Hello and welcome to Newsroom series today. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Thank you for joining us as we walk you through the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. And today our focus is on the South-South region. Today's edition is quite different because obviously, for obvious reasons of today being Nigeria's Independence Day. And that's where we will begin. And with the President's comments and remarks on this special day for all Nigerians. Happy Independence Day. Now, President Bola Tinubu says the worst is over in Nigeria and that the country's economy has finally turned the corner. He stated this in his October 1 address to the nation, which he tags a message of hope and a call to action. According to him, his administration has achieved 12 remarkable economic milestones and that he remains on course to deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians. He also reassured the youth of continued support from the federal government.
In researching our country for sustainable growth, we ended the corrupt fuel subsidy and multiple foreign exchange rates that created massive incentive for a rentier economy, benefiting only a tiny minority. At the same time, the masses received little or nothing from our commonwealth. Our administration has redirected the economy towards a more inclusive path, channeling money to fund education, healthcare, national security, agriculture, and political economic infrastructure, such as roads, power, broadband, and social investment programs. These initiatives will generally improve Nigerians' quality of life as a result of the tough decisions we made. The federal and state government, including local government, now have more money to take care of the people at the lower level of the ladder to address our development challenges.
And as Nigeria marks its 65th independence anniversary, the Delta State Governor, Sheriff Oborevori, is urging citizens to stand united to rebuild the nation. He says fairness, justice, and unity remain the pillars for national growth and development. Speaking at an interdenominational Thanksgiving service at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Asaba, the governor notes that Nigeria's survival through decades of hardship is a testimony of God's grace and mercy upon the nation. He commends the church for its role in promoting peace and stability.
Those who fought for the independence, great men and women, they fought for this country to have independence. And it's our prayer that we continue to do the best and to make them proud. Their love for this country was pure and deep. So the best tribute we can give them is to imbibe their virtues of sacrifice, courage, tenacity of purpose, and patriotism. At whatever level of leadership we find ourselves, or whatever areas of life we operate in, love for this country and our people must be paramount. Those of us in political leadership have the ability to put the people's interest first, not our interest, the people's interest first. By the grace of God and the wisdom He has given us, we have endeavored to do that in their state. Through the project, if it is not God, what we have achieved is just 2 years close. We have been able to touch life. In the area of infrastructure, we have done. In the area of social investment, we have done. And I pray that
Meanwhile, Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has urged or is urging citizens to embrace unity, teamwork, and renewed hope as Nigeria marks her 65th independence anniversary. He says the day is a reminder of the sacrifice of the nation's founding fathers and a call to rebuild the country and the state. In his Independence Day address, he highlights the efforts of his administration since taking office less than a year ago. He noted that Edo State is witnessing improvements in security, road rehabilitation, schools, hospitals, and youth empowerment. The governor also commended President Bola Tinubu for what he describes as bold reform under the Renewed Hope agenda, saying that the removal of fuel subsidy, economic expansion, and freedom of state from financial bailouts reflect true independence and a path to national revival. Governor Okpebholo assures the people of Edo State that the state is on the rise. He calls on the youth as well to remain hopeful and determined, stressing that their talent and energy are the heartbeat of the state. He concluded that a new Edo State and a new Nigeria are emerging through courage, unity, and hard work. Now, flooding has continued to wreak havoc on Bonny Island as we turn our attention to other stories away from Independence Day celebrations. In River State, forcing the local government chairman, Abinye Pepple, to declare a state of emergency. The move comes after weeks of rising water levels that displaced residents and damaged property across several communities. Speaking at a summit on flood and erosion management held at the council headquarters, Mr. Pepple announced that a special committee had been set up to tackle the disaster and find solutions to the problem. Our correspondent Charles Operum reports.
After weeks of heavy rainfall in Bonny Island, floodwaters have taken over many parts of the town. At a summit on flood and erosion management organized at the Bonny local government headquarters, stakeholders meet to discuss urgent measures to save the island. The council chairman describes the situation as an emergency.
This local government, under our watch, we have declared emergency on the flood disaster in the local government. We can only survive this emergency through our collective commitment, through our concerted efforts, and through our collective support.
The chairman of the Technical Committee on Flood and Erosion Management explains the causes of the recent flooding.
Go down the new road area. You will see culverts that have stayed over 40, 45 years, if I'm not mistaken, 50 years ago. You will see these culverts being blocked. And the question is, even if we say our kingdom has set up an environmental committee like we know as BEC, what about the government? Who is giving them all this permit to block these channels?
An environmental expert also gives his views on the crisis.
I assure you that the committee will work assiduously, committed, sleepless nights, will make sure, as it is, Bonny will be seeing the prospects of future growth, development, and prosperity.
Environmental sanitation is one key thing that is troubling us here in Bonny. When we do the cleaning and we bring all the dirt out to the road, how is it evacuated?
Stakeholders agree that the recommendations from the summit will be used to develop a long-term solution to help the island overcome its flooding challenges. Charles Operum, Channels Television News.
More beneficiaries of the Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises, the Niger Delta Life ND project, received agricultural input to start their agribusiness in River State. The Life ND project is a rural poverty alleviation program sponsored by the Niger Delta Development Commission in partnership with the federal government, the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD, and the River State government. It focuses on building sustainable livelihood for families across the Niger Delta.
Excitement fills the air among young poultry farmers in Ndoni, an oil-producing community in Ogba-Egbema, Ndoni local government area of Rivers State. As a livelihood improvement, Family Enterprises Niger Delta project delivers agricultural input to their incubation center. For the past 3 months, these beneficiaries have been undergoing practical training with the aim of improving their livelihoods and contributing to community development.
What we have done now is for the incubatee to now go through their mentorship. That is put into practice what the incubator have taught them. And through the mentorship stage, the incubator is still with them to see that what he has taught them, they are doing it perfectly. And this one, as they complete it, they will now continue to upgrade from there and improve their livelihood.
The coordinator of the incubation center says he's pleased that the NDDC and other sponsors of the Life ND project are keeping their promises.
Okay, this input is going to run from the startup moment even to the sell-off moment, because they have enough. They brought everything enough. So no one will say along the line, I did not meet up because my inputs are not enough. No, they have given them money for the drugs, for everything they need, and then they have just brought the food too.
Beneficiaries, while promising to put the inputs to proper use, commend the NDDC for changing their lives.
We are not here for joking business. We are here for serious business. To attend training for 3 months is not something you can joke with. So coming here every morning to go your training, of course after the training now, I don't think any of us here will want to really throw that away. No, instead we are going to follow it up and make sure we never let them down.
We are ready to impart others. With this that we are seeing, we are believing that we are not going to let them down. We are going to impart others. Since we are trained, we are going to make sure that we train others.
And God the Holy Spirit. Amen.
In the coming days, more beneficiaries will be enrolled as the coordinating office continues sensitization across 39 communities in 5 local government areas of Rivers State.
Cross River State Government has introduced sweeping education reform to regulate how public and private schools operate. At a press briefing, the Commissioner for Education, Stephen O'Day, explained the key reform and highlighted the government's commitment to protecting pupils' welfare while promoting fairness among schools. The new measures mark a bold step towards providing quality and inclusive education for every child in Cross River State.
And just to address some of the challenges in the sector. And one of them is to ensure that schools in the state resume and close uniformly. Before we came on board, private schools will open, public schools will reopen differently. But I think we've been able to streamline that to make sure that as a ministry, we can also monitor activities of school programs that is going on across the state. And all stakeholders, particularly proprietors of private schools and principals of public and primary schools, are now in compliance. You discover that all the schools just reopened yesterday, right? 15th. So I think we've been able to achieve that. And then also, we have come up with a very heavy hammer on the graduation ceremonies, which has become a national embarrassment. So Cross River State is not relenting too. So as I speak to you, we've gotten approval from His Excellency the Governor to implement all those new policies that were proposed. And the graduation ceremony is one of them.
Now to Edo State, where Governor Monday Okpebholo is driving infrastructure growth. The governor's latest inspection tour made stops at key projects, including the Sapele Road reconstruction and the Ramat Park underpass. Details of his assessments and the promise of timely completion are in this report from our correspondent, Jessica Ologwese in Benin City.
Trekking through over 2 kilometers on Saturday, Governor Monday Okpebholo and his team, in the course of the inspection of work on the ongoing state-funded reconstruction projects on Sapele Road examined, among other key areas, the 1.5 kilometer of completed surface drains, a 1 kilometer underground channel, and 1.6 kilometer underground canal designed to mitigate perennial flooding in and around Sapele Road axis, a major challenge that had bedevils the locality. Governor Okpebholo also inspected other connecting roads around the axis, walking through Moscow Junction on Sapele Road and covering major intersections, including Ekai Junction, Ewuhu, before terminating at Ogige and Old Ogige roads. On the heels of the weekend tour, Governor Okpebholo early on Monday continues the inspection of projects with a visit to Ute and Palace Roads, as well as the Ramat Park flyover construction site.
From the work progress now, the contractor will be delivering this project in 14 months, all things being equal. And we can see they have completed the abutment, one of the abutments. We have launched the beam on one side. So we are waiting for the weather. We'll start the second abutment. And also, we have also started the retaining wall for the shoulder. And when this project is done, we'll be having 3 lanes here, including the shoulder, access culverts to carry drainage, which is already ongoing. And by the end of the rain season, the pavement work will start. And the contractor is really capable, and the pace of work is really fast. For the percentage of work done, we can say the contractor is already above 60% work done.
Governor Okpebholo assures Edo residents of judicious use of funds allocated to the state by President Bola Tinubu.
The money he's giving us, our own is to use it for the people, and that is exactly what we are doing. The contractors, we cannot start them for anything. Anytime they need money, we'll give it to them. So we want this project completed at a record time. So I want to say a very big thank you to the contractor for their energy and zeal they are putting on this project.
The landmark Ramat Park flyover and other road projects the Governor Okpebholo administration has embarked on are meant to significantly ease traffic congestion, enhance mobility, and uplift the infrastructure profile of Benin City and its environs. The government insists it will ensure every contractor maintain its end of the bargain. Jessica Olugusere, Channels Television News.
The People's Democratic Party National Working Committee has dissolved the Akwa Ibom State Executive Committee. The decision comes after its Tuesday meeting where the party invoked its constitutional powers to restructure the state chapter. In place of the dissolved executive, the NWC has set up a 31-member caretaker committee to manage the affairs of Akwa Ibom PDP. Chaired by Igwat Omoren, it'll serve for 3 months or until a new state executive is elected. Other key officers include Harrison Ekwo as Deputy Chairman, Borono Bassi as Secretary, and Ewa Okpo as Publicity Secretary. PDP National Publicity Secretary urges the party members and stakeholders in Akwa Ibom State to remain united and work for progress. The move followed internal challenges within the PDP since Governor Umar Eno defected to the APC in June 2025. Now, the Bayelsa State government is assuring citizens of its commitment to deliver legacy projects that will shape the state's future as well as boost development. Not only that, yet an interactive session with residents, the government officials have given updates on ongoing projects across the different sectors, highlighting efforts to drive growth and improve the lives of Bayelsans. And that's it on Newsroom series today. Thank you for watching and happy Independence Day.